Kevin Hunter with Dave Ford here on the Business Forum Show, and we are chatting with Rick Martinek and Jim Holt from MediaMax Events and Expos, and you guys are known as the Expo guys. So first of all, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
So talk a little bit about what you guys do.
Well, we have created, produced, and promoted about 100 exhibitions to date. Since 1994, when I started producing exhibitions, I started out doing the singles expos way back then. And it's always, after that point, we started doing health and wellness expos. So to date, we do 7 home improvement and design expos. Actually, next year we're going to be up to 8 home improvement and design expos, 2 healthy life expos, and then our longevity expo.
Well, I have to tell you guys, there's a lot of people that do expo events, and there's many of them that are not very great. And I have to say that we've had limited exposure to your expo events here, but they're much more professionally put together than what many that are out there. So what do you think, what's the basis of the model that you're using, and what do you think makes your expos as successful as it is?
Well, I believe it's a lot of experience in the marketplace. We have to live amongst all the people in the Twin Cities here. I've lived here my entire life. I actually care a lot about our exhibitors. I want them to do well at our shows. I want our attendees to feel welcome. That's why I generally greet them at the door. And Jimmy does the same. I mean, together we're a team in which we actually are, he was born and raised in Minnesota as well. Now, if we take these nationally, that's maybe something that we're thinking about for the future, but our bottom line is we want people to have a good experience, and I think that relays in the general feel of the show for everybody attending and everybody exhibiting.
Okay. Jim, what's your role in the organization?
Well, you know, I tell you, going back to your original question there are a lot of shows, you know, out there, and we always advise anybody we talk to, get out there and promote. Take every opportunity you can to promote. However, not every show is created equally. So my role in the company is, along with Rick, is to just promote. And one of the key aspects of a good show is reaching your target customers. So for us, we do our health shows, we do our home shows. Those are 2 separate demographics. And it's our job to figure out, you know, what are these people looking for in terms of, you know, exhibitors? What do they want to come out and see? Our speakers, we've got a lot of free speakers out at the shows that we do. They've just got to fit, and we've got to know how to reach that audience. And so I've taken it kind of the role of promotions and really added a new element to MediaMax. We do a lot of online promotion. We do a lot of TV, radio, print. I mean, it really runs the gambit. Pretty much, if you're out there living and breathing, we're trying to reach you. Well, however, you know, you're absorbing media.
So one of the questions that I have here, and it's a little bit of a provocative question, but you guys are not only doing different forms of advertising to promote what you're doing, but you're seeing all these different companies, all these different businesses here promoting their business as well. What do you see that really works?
Well, you know, I think to have a passion. You know, I like to study people like Vince Lombardi. I like to look back and see what all the greats, what ignited their fire and their passion in life. And I think that a lot of these new and upcoming exhibitors, they got wide-eyed, they're bushy-tailed, they're all excited, and they're passionate about their product. Those are the people that you're going to find successful into the future. If you got that burning desire to tell the world about your product, what better place than an exhibition where you meet your customer, potential customer, face-to-face, live and in person. You get to shake hands. There's nothing like it in the world. And seeing all these different people come in, the successful ones are the ones that are not sitting down in their exhibit booths. These are the people that are standing there with a smile on their face, happy to explain their product and just show people and share with them about the benefits of it.
Well, having heard that, Dave, relate the story.
When we first got here?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Normally, I mean, I go to lots of expos, obviously. And I just went and did a real quick walk of the floor, and normally the first walk of the floor that I'm doing, I'm just taking a look to see. There's usually 2 different types of people that I'm looking to see kind of how many of them they are. That usually will give me a pretty good feel for what type of show it is. And there's how many of the people that are, you know, sitting all the way back in the booth, as far back as they can, sitting on their chair, and they're doing they got kind of a growl on their face, like, don't come in my booth. I don't want to talk to you.
Right.
stay away from me kind of a deal, where they're like not happy to be there. And then there's the other one that they're not sitting as far back. They're not sitting back. They're usually kind of standing in the middle. And then whenever they see somebody like look at them, they get the, oh, please don't come near me. Don't ask me a question. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. And I saw very, very few of those people here, and the reason that it applies to so much how the success of the show is when you're walking through the show and you see so many of these people that like don't want to talk to you.
Right.
People don't stay at the show that very long, and they don't recommend it to other people.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I guess my question was going to be, what did you do? How do you get them to be where the majority of your people are actually look like they're excited to be here and excited to talk to your
Well, that's one thing that we're always excited to talk to people about. When an exhibitor calls us and they're excited about their product, they're passionate, they've never done an event before maybe, or maybe they have, maybe they've tried other events, and they call up and ask, and how do I make the most out of this? How do I get the best return? And that's something we're always happy to talk to them about. We see, doing 11 shows a year, we see everything. We see some good examples of exhibitors, some poor examples. And it's stuff like being engaging. Just because you show up doesn't mean you're gonna
Right.
sell. You gotta talk to people. You gotta make connections, and that is the key to live events, is making connections.
And I think the big thing about us that differentiates us, we actually care about the people individually and collectively, and we want to educate them. Media Max shows are about education. We give them the 10 tips to exhibiting success. We even have seminars that they can attend. We have first-rate booth companies that we tie in with, do trade shows. Those people are first-rate, they're professional. They'll make sure that they look great, and if they look and feel good for a show, we're there to support them every inch of the way.
And just to put an exclamation on that, in terms of different types of promotions you can do, live event marketing is so much different than obviously running radio, running TV, billboards, where you pay and you let it ride and you just hope for the best. Events, you sign up, you got to get ready, you got to get motivated, you have to show up, you have to commit, and then you have to deliver.
Thanks, Jim. Great job. Thanks for having us on.
Absolutely. Kevin Hunter with Dave Ford here on the Business Forum Show. We're chatting with Rick Martinek and Jim Holt, and this is from Media Max Events and Expos, and you can find their events on the web at expoguys.com. Again, that website, expoguys.com. And you can also reach Rick and Jim by calling 952-238-1700, 952-238-1700. And I can tell you, Rick and Jim, from what I've seen here, it's an expo worth business owners contacting you.
Thank you.
Again, Kevin Hunter, Dave Ford here on the Business Forum Show. Thanks for listening.